Italy is an important country for life science and biotechnology. It's one of the top locations in the world for the life science jobs. It's at the top in Europe for production value in the pharma sector. It's one of the most prominent European countries in R&D in different fields. It's not strange, therefore, that many multinationals of the sector have production or R&D activities in our country. In the following presentation, we'll underline some pinpoints on: first, why you should evaluate Italy in your investment plan. Second, what kind of support you could receive whenever you decide to invest in our country. According to the ITA FDI Confidence Index, Italy is one of the top 8 most attractive countries for multinational companies in 2021. Italy increased its level of attractiveness by 1 position compared to the previous year. Even if the COVID-19 has changed the attitude to invest of many companies, the reason why multinational looks at our country are still all valid. High quality of the production, high quality of the human resource and specifically of the researchers, a strong logistic platform and a strategic position will continue to be the main drivers for investments in Italy. The Italian life science value chain accounts for 11% of the Italian GDP. Italy is the European leading country in the pharma production value. It has one of the most prominent biomedical clusters in the world, as it well-known Mirandola district. The capability of our researchers in the biotechnology segment are well recognized. Moreover, Italy is an accessible platform for exporters. Over the 94% of the huge manufacturing value is due to export. In the last 10 years, no other European country has seen the same export growth rates. Thanks to constant investment on production line and new technologies, Italy is attractive for new productions. Italy is the first in Europe for manufacturing value, over 2,000 billion euro. Between 2010 and 2018, growing in production and export are constant. 80% of the Italian biotech industry is composed by SMEs, which have boosted the growth of the entire sector. The quality of Italian R&D is very high. The quality of human resources is also very high, and the costs are very competitive comparing to other European countries. The number of qualified human resources employed in the sector is growing. The medical devices sector generates a market value over 60 billion euro in terms of export and internal market. 60% of the market is directed at the national healthcare system. All those competitive advantages are very clear to foreign companies that are investing in Italy, also for the excellence of the upstream sector and for an interesting market size. And last but not least, the quality of life makes the manager happy to come to Italy every time they need. Whenever you decide to invest in Italy, the Italian ecosystem supports your investment plan both at national and regional level. The most important projects are followed by a ministry committee for the attraction of the foreign investment that involves the Ministry of Economic Development, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Economy, and the Ministry of Public Administration. Moreover, in order to better support the project, to invest in Italy is coordinating with regional and local authorities, associations, and other national and regional authorities. Invest in Italy is the one-stop shop for your investments, thanks to the joint venture among the Italian trade agency that I represent and Invitalia. The Invest in Italy team will support your project through all the investment process. The Italian trade agency has more than 70 offices around the world. The ITA International Network, fully dedicated to FDI and investment support is composed by 20 offices and expected to reach 26 offices in September 2021. Therefore, you can contact directly the Italian trade agency office in your country, and for US we have 2 offices in San Francisco and in New York with a personnel fully dedicated, but we have offices in other 4 cities. We could support Invest in Italy is the one-stop shop offering a wide range of free of charge services. We could support you through all the investment process, business location scouting, business planning, setup of the company, and moreover, Invest in Italy coordinates regional authorities, which can also support foreign investors with local services, such as subsidized industrial area scouting, administrative and bureaucracy issues, connection and partnership with local stakeholders. Discovering the Italian ecosystem, you could find more and more opportunities provided by Italian companies, clusters, and regions. Therefore, please meet the Italian life science player at Bio 2021 and invest in Italy.
In the second part of this video, I would like to introduce the main services and incentives that Italy offers to all those foreign companies that are thinking about investing and expanding their activities into the country. Starting off with the services and the support for foreign companies, the brand Invest in Italy acts as a one-stop shop, offering a wide range of free of charge services with its 2 organizations, the Italian Trade Agency and Invitalia, which is the agency dedicated to the national economic development as well as to FDI attraction. We can categorize the services into 3 main groups. The first one is the pre-investment information, through which we provide all that information and insights that you might need in order to evaluate Italy as one of your potential target location for your investment. So we refer to information about the market, the industrial sectors, the innovation ecosystem, or maybe also information regarding the legal system, and so how to set up a company in Italy. The second group instead is what we define as assistance services, and in this sense you can see many of them on the slide, such as location scouting and site visit, or incentive advisory and analysis, or we can also support company in obtaining permits and authorizations in order to speed up the investment process. Or we can also support companies in their HR recruiting and so on. The third category, instead, is strictly connected with the role that the team Invest in Italy plays on the Italian territory. In this sense, Invest in Italy can act as a true facilitator in the relationship between the foreign company and all those stakeholders that you might be interested in getting in touch with, such as local and national administrations, territorial clusters, research centers, universities, and so on. Now that we have outlined the main services, we can now delve into the incentives and fiscal benefits that Italy offers. Italy offers a wide range of incentive schemes that respond to different investment projects and different needs, as you can see on the slides. And I would like to focus on 2 of them today, the Development Contract and Smart and Start Italy. In terms of the development contract, the first thing to clarify is that this incentive scheme is dedicated to large-scale projects. And as a matter of fact, the minimum investment value required is 20 million euros. The beneficiaries can be a company or multiple companies that are implementing different projects, but strictly connected to each other. You can see also the eligible expenses listed here. And in terms of the procedure, it's important to highlight that the development contract is an upon request scheme. It's always available, and you can reach us and we can put you through with a team of specialists that can support you in better understanding how this incentive scheme works, as well as in drafting the application for the scheme itself. The eligibility evaluation is carried out by Invitalia, within 120 days, and the project needs to be completed within a time span of 3 years. Basically, what the type of support that the company receive is a mixture of grants and soft loan that can cover up to 75% of the total eligible expenses. And in terms of the share of grants, this basically depends on two different dimensions: the company size and the geographical area in which the company invests. So, for example, if we consider a medium-sized company investing in one of the southern regions, this can get up to 35% of grants. And this is related to the manufacturing component of the development contract. But this incentive scheme also covers the R&D component. It's important to highlight that the development contract does not support research and development activities alone, but these need to be part of a larger industrial investment. In this case, the aid intensity does not depend on the geographical area, so it's valid for the whole Italian territory in the same manner, but it does vary according to the company size, as you can see on the slide. The second incentive scheme, as I said before, is Smart and Start Italy. While the development contract is dedicated to large-scale projects, Smart and Start is specifically tailored around the needs of small and medium enterprises as well as innovative startups. The company here, to be eligible, needs to carry out activities in a high-tech sector and needs to be registered as an innovative startup in Italy. The company, it's important that should not be established for more than 60 months, and the project duration cannot exceed a period of 24 months. The investment range that we're considering here is between 100,000 euros and 1.5 million euros. What the company can get from Invitalia is an interest-free loan up to 80% of the total investment. Also, there are extra benefits for those companies that are made up entirely by women, youngsters who are younger than 35 years old, or that have at least one Italian PhD that is thinking about going back to Italy. In these cases, in these three cases that I just listed, the interest-free loan can go up to 19%. So this share increases by 10%. Also, those companies, those startups that operate in the south of Italy will repay only the 70% of the loan amount. And the loan repayment duration, on a side note, is 10 years. So this was just a brief overview of the main services and incentives that Italy offers. But if you want to know more, you can just schedule a meeting on this platform or reach us to this email, and we will be happy to support your investment in Italy.